matchup that has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. One of the best matchups all season long between two elite runners colliding here today. Welcome to the Old Horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see, last season's national champions, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Bring you sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Buckeyes will kick this away to start us off. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Offense comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This could create some problems for a defense. And the single back takes the handoff. The pickup is 7 yards, now 2nd and 3. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going, what we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
The Horned Frogs offense is on the move now.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Delivers quickly to the left side. Makes the catch downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking for his big tight end. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. Some We got the Big Ten versus the Big 12, two conferences that have been reshaped dramatically in recent years, Kurt. Always interesting to have these two leagues collide. It's an opportunity.
Yeah, and the Big Ten and the Big 12, they don't have a ton of history together, but they do have some history in recent years. Remember, Ohio State and Oklahoma had a home-and-home. Ohio State beat Oklahoma in Norman, and then the following year, remember Baker Mayfield planting the Oklahoma flag after they upset Ohio State in 2017, and that propelled them into a playoff berth. So there's no reason why a win like that on either side couldn't do the same.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure, and now it brings up third down. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Looking right, this one caught. And they get the conversion there. Set up now, first down at the 38.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And the Horned Frogs will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The receiver makes the catch. Early in this season, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Well, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
The completion makes it second and short, and the runner takes off to his right. Going absolutely nowhere with a loss of it. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
On the 10th play of this opening drive, it's third and short. Toss it to the back, running left. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserted themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
The 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He lets it rip. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he was trying to throw it to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Second down after that previous play. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. It's an out route, the catch made, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's GuapoTV. And they'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job of the coverage team. Off the play fake on first down. Moves out of the pocket. Catch is made. Room to run here. Breaking tackles and going. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
He's got room to run. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. But when teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Well, they run the ISO play, but the interior O-line just overwhelmed that time.
Yeah, give the defensive line all the credit in the world because they just manhandled this offensive line. They won the line of scrimmage. It's a very simple play. You should be able to, at the very least, get some positive yards here, but not when you lose the battle up front.
It's incomplete. There is a marker down on the field. Let's check out that call. Oh, they spot a holding call. That'll back them up 10 yards, and they'll try it again. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's intercepted, but out of bounds. So close to a turnover, it's just incomplete. So here on 4th down, out comes the field goal team. Trying to connect from 40 yards out. And that one's straight down the middle.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. To be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Ball handed off. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35. And Kirk, it's TCU with the lead so far. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Here comes a handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, these guys aren't able to hook up here on this 3rd down, but you got to give a shout-out to the defense for making it hard to convert here. They've been great on 3rd down all year. It's a rare miss and a good job by this defense.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. 4th down. He's throwing for it. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Listen, I get it. I know you trust your offense, and maybe this is something you thought about all week in these situations, but when it's on your side of the field like this, you got to give it a second thought, because now your defense is already playing with their backs against the wall.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. No doubt they're thinking touchdown this time. They'll give it to the back. And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. He's looking to throw. There's a screen pass to the running back. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Boy, just a great job here by this defense, sniffing out the screen. They were not fooled at all. He caught that ball. He had nowhere to go, and it's a loss of yardage.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Now they're running on the toss. Carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
That's a football play right there, Chris. This one takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get the ball into your back's hands. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. How about the wide receivers? They're doing a nice job blocking downfield. Almost felt like half the offense was out in front of him, giving him the chance to pick up some big yards.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Handoff here from the shotgun. He goes nowhere. Stop and pull behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
And the coach elects to send out the field goal unit. And it's good right down the middle.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Hands off to the left. moves the ball across the 20 to the 22.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Brought down at the 28, and that's good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Defense is coming after him. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Horned Frogs lining up here on 1st and 10. Defense drops him for a loss. A tougher second down on the way.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Got a man open, hits him right in stride. Touchdown, Texas Christian. There was no catching him that time.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
They connect on the PAT and lead 14-6 now. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Second down play coming up for this offense. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And this pass is on target. Tackle made at the 23 as they gain some important breathing room.
That's the thing with this guy. You've got the ability to flex him out. He shows his versatility and what he can do from that slot position. He could be the quarterback's safety blanket.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Wants to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Carapaces. And he rolls out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Looking to throw yet again. And the completion made. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49. Buckeyes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. Handoff from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the second down play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He cannot escape. It's a sack. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
The Buckeyes bring their punt team onto the field. And they've got the returner Corral. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Oh, that one's picked off. He's bringing it back. He's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, they come out of that nickel package. The move pays off, gives them an extra defensive back on the field, a little bit more speed and awareness, and it pays off with this big interception.
So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it on the move. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds for the 1st down marker. And a nice 1st down gain there. They get him down, but very close to the 1st down marker. On the run, it's GuapoTV. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. And the wideout goes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. On the move now. Couldn't quite get in. Tackled down at the 2-yard line. Excellent run. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And they're trying to punch it in here. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What a job by this offense here near the end of the half. Leaning on the run game to cut into this lead and make this a 1-possession game. Talk about seizing some momentum.
Surprised they didn't go for 2. BAT is good, still down by 1, though. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. This will likely be the last play of the half. It's a toss play to the right. He's past the marker and still going. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Frogs will kick this away to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's GuapoTV. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. Hoping to click here at the beginning of the third quarter, trying to make up this deficit. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, it looked like the quarterback was caught in between. Should I hand it off? Should I pull it and make the throw? Ends up getting some positive yards, but I think they missed a chance for a bigger gain.
2nd down play coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Catch made on the right side. Tackle made after a solid gain to spot the ball at the 34.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
Quick pass, the catch is made. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read. And then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. He's hit as he throws it, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Great job by this defense once again on that 3rd down, and now we get to 4th down. And you start to think about things here as we get into the second half, Chris. You go for it, you make it, everybody's happy. If you go for it on 4th down and you don't get it, now you're giving your opponent the football in pretty good field position.
He's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. TCU offense takes the field. They'll run it here. They'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Here after the loss, 2nd down and 11. That's reeled in. It's Fuller. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new 1st down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Single back, takes the handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Looks right for a quick completion. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
It can be hard sometimes in the pre-snap, but if the quarterback can identify the outside coverage, he can avoid these kind of losses. This was just man coverage on the outside, and the secondary pounced on that screen.
Oh, it's incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Frogs will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. It's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop. The player is down injured after that last play. They'll take a timeout or they check him out. So here comes the first play of this drive. They're set up at their own 48. Here we go. Looking for a gap against GuapoTV.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid game here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll try the option play here. The back's got another pitch. The defense all over. They stop it right at the line.
Well, when they called that one in, I doubt they thought it was going to go backwards like it did. Normally, you can get a few out of these option plays, but they got nothing here.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. He finds some space and gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And there's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Short pass finds the tight end. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Now here's the toss play. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be first down. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. 13. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Using his legs, it's GuapoTV. As the first down is still going. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They jump on top now here in the fourth.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He'll run it into the end zone with a 2-point try to build the lead up to 7. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what they have in mind here. And it's a direct snap. Look out, room to run here. They bring him down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. He throws the ball. And it's incomplete. A little first down trickery doesn't work that time. Incompletion sets up a second down. Keeping it on the ground here. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the fourth quarter.
On third down, he drops to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, there it is. Finally, an opportunity to see what this guy can do with his legs. I think that's his best carry of the day, and it's off of a scramble. Something to keep in mind for him as he gets down to the end of this game. Maybe his legs could be the difference.
A quick throw out left complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Inside deals now from the shotgun.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. Lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab by the receiver. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
That's an easy completion for the quarterback, finding his receiver just dragging underneath coverage.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. He escapes the pocket. Fires it on the move. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, TCU.
What a touchdown by this offense. They're down 1 now, an extra point away from tying this game up with under 2 minutes to go.
He does his job with the PAT, and this ball game is tied here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Here's the handoff. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down to the 38, but that's good enough for a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. It keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup, Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
And in first down, they go right back to him. You try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Now it's second down here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Worked over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Smart decision here by the defensive coordinator to go with dime coverage, get more speed on the field, extra defensive backs, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football for this quarterback.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he'll drop back here on third down. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. A tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Buckeyes with first and 10 here. He'll hand it off. Running with purpose. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of the field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
The crowd now trying to make a difference here in the final possession. The back's got it. They tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
And here we see the quarterback read the second-level vacancy that was emerging, and the back did the rest. Huge run for the offense.
Buckeyes come to the line with first and goal. They'll try and run it with the fullback. And the fullback going nowhere. In fact, they stop him for a loss.
It's now second and goal.
Ball back at the 6 for second and goal off that loss.
Here we go, here we go.
Right to the end zone, running it right up the gut. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy.
And I really thought on second goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. Man, does it backfire.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, third down, and you're able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
And a timeout is taken, just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. So on fourth down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. And he knocks it through. What pressure. That was automatic. A game winner. The defensive penalty